Hey guys, it's Kush and welcome to my player moderator guide. Now this is not technically my guide. I found a couple threads on the forums and two or three threads, I think. Yeah, three threads, and they basically tell you how to become a player moderator and a forum moderator. So there's going to be links on the screen. I don't know if I'll remember to put them in. Not links, but annotations, so you can just click whichever one you like. And again, remember, this is not my guide. I'm not a player mod. I didn't write this. It's all of the people that you'll see in the forums, and yeah, it's their guide. They wrote it. They're not really mods themselves. At least I don't think they are. This is pretty much common knowledge. If you want to become one, then you should already know this. But yeah, enjoy. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the player moderator guide. So this guide was written by Laptop 820, and this guide does not guarantee that you will become a mod, but it does increase your chances a lot. And he basically made this guide so there'd be a lot less players just asking to become mod, or threads on the forums. A lot of the threads that are there are like, how do I become a player mod? So he made this to reduce those type of threads. So the first thing is report accurately. Jags always look for the quality of the reports, not quantity. So by that, what he means is they want accurate reports, not the amount of the amount of reports you send in. So basically just sitting around Lumbridge asking for boyfriends or girlfriends and reporting people that say that won't increase your chances at all. That's really not what Jags are interested in. Say if you were to report a bot, maybe report some spammers, that could actually be working better than that. So again, the quality is more important than the quantity. The next thing is have a secure account. You want to have your account really secure, have a strong password. A really long password would be better. Some recovery questions that are hard to guess that only you would know. A very hard bank pin. That make sure it's not a certain date or your birth year or anything that would probably somebody might be able to guess. I know my friend has it like when the Civil War ended or something. I mean, don't do any dates. I mean, you could randomly pick one and it might be a coincidence that it is, but try to pick something totally random. You want to have your account totally unguessable from hackers or anybody like that. If Jags want to make you a mod, they want your account to be secure, so they don't want you just giving your account to anybody and hackers just getting on their player moderator account. So if they review your account and they see that your account isn't very secure, that's gonna lower your chances a lot for becoming a player mod. So I think number 3 is very important. Play the game. Most people say that the best way to become a player mod is not to become one. I will explain this at the end. This is like most of the end thing, but just play the game. It kind of seems weird. You want to become a mod, but you also need to play the game. If you're just gonna report people all day, then the game's not gonna be much fun to you, and it's just not worth becoming mod over. Spelling. I knew this would come. So a lot of people use leet speak or words like this, L33T, or like yo dude what's up. Don't use stuff like that if you're trying to become a mod. Use stuff like hello, how are you doing, or some good stuff like that. Don't use leet speak. I mean, you can use it sometimes, but don't do it like all the time, and especially when you're near mods or anything like that. You want to make a good impression on them. And also, grammar is pretty important too, so make sure you know some grammar at least. I hope a lot of people watching this video are at least somewhat in a higher grade, so they know how to put punctuations in correctly, so that won't be much of a problem for you guys. I really don't know why he put number 5 in. He says that there's a lot of player mods that are 70 plus, but there are some that are level 3, so I don't really see how your stats would help out your chance of becoming a player mod at all. So I would say just keep playing RuneScape, just train your stats up. It's not really going to affect your account that much. I mean, personally, I've seen 138 mods, 120s, 100s. I've seen level 3 mods too. It's not that uncommon. Well, it is now, but yeah, there's level 3 mods too. Don't worry about your stats. Number 6, mutes and black marks. If you're concerned that you have a black mark or a mute or anything like that, don't worry about it. If it's a minor offense, then it won't hurt your chance a lot, but Jags will look at it and they'll see if you've learned your lesson or not. If you continue to keep getting that report and keep getting muted, then obviously your chances are going way down and you probably won't become a player mod. And so this is basically the player moderator guide. Now he also has some key points that I'll probably go over. They're pretty helpful too. Remember to play the game normally, be yourself, and report when necessary, and help out other people when you can. So basically just play the game normally. When you play RuneScape, don't just think that you're gonna try to help people all day and just do what mods do all day. If you don't know what the mod's life is like, well, let me tell you, I well, I don't know any, but I'm pretty sure that it's just playing the game normally and helping out people. But they don't do that. They don't just go up and ask people for help. They actually play the game normally, and that's how they become mod. Because Jags just want people that basically play the game normally and help out with the community. I don't see number one as being too much of a problem, but number two, bugging, I can see this being a problem. If you're a player mod, I'm sure you've seen this a lot too. Whenever you see a player mod, there's a lot of people following that guy, maybe asking him questions. So when you are thinking of becoming a player mod, think about this. There will be a lot of people bugging you, and you have to basically help them out. It's not necessary, but it would look better on you, and it would just make the RS community look better. So you'll get bugged a lot, as in not like glitching or anything like that as they say, but bug as in you get annoyed by people. They're asking you constantly about help on the game and stuff like that. So that's a pretty big part of being a player mod. Number three, responsibility. Being a player mod is a big responsibility for you. Jags send you an invitation because they think that you would be useful to the RuneScape community. So if you decide to become one, don't go boasting about it around RuneScape. So don't just be like, oh my god, I'm a player mod, oh my god, look at me, look at me. Don't do that. You're a player mod. Jags wanted you to become one. They think you're a good player and you have a good role. You're a good role model on RuneScape. So don't do anything stupid like that. Just be yourself and just help out other people. So before you try to become a player mod, ask yourself these questions. Again, this is not my thread, just saying it may look like that I know everything, but I don't. I'm just reading off this. It's just to help you guys. But some question to keep in mind: will you be able to handle the responsibility of being a mod? You know, there's gonna be a lot of bugging going on, like people bugging you and just a whole bunch of responsibilities on you. Will you be able to put up with the players bugging you? I just said that. Are you happy to have a silver crown next to your name every time you speak? I don't see how this could be a problem, but I mean, you could like have too much pride and like start being mean to people. That could become a problem when you see the crown next to your name, because you're kind of special if you're a player mod. Think about those things before you decide to become a mod or not. Remember, you don't have to be a mod if you don't want to. It's entirely voluntary. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the player moderator thing. I'll move on to the forum moderator next. It's not too much of a difference, but now let's move on to some frequently asked questions. So if you have some offenses on your account, will this affect your chances of becoming a player mod? And the answer, if you have or had any offenses, then they were nothing serious, then I wouldn't worry about it. If Jags see now that you are mature and you don't swear, then you still have a chance. If you have more and then you still have a chance, but it'll be much slimmer, and the less you have, the better. So try to be good. You know, if you're becoming like a player mod, you obviously want to not get strikes, not get muted or anything like that. Don't do anything that's against the rules. I mean, if you're gonna become a player mod, at least read the rules, like be familiar with them, and if something bad happens, you know what to do at that time. Maybe report them, maybe post on the forums of bug abuse or something like that. So make sure you know the rules. That's very important. So I think this is the important one. When I started the game, I reported people were using starred out words or censored words. Will this affect my chances? Unlikely, or the answer is unlikely. If you report more accurately now than reporting starred out words before, then it shouldn't really affect your chances. This kind of relates to me as well, because a lot of people don't know this, but I did want to become a player mod. Like right when I started RuneScape, I loved that crown next to my name, and when I saw somebody that had starred words or anything like that, I would go ahead and report them immediately. And I was a total wannabe mod, but I even reported people when they annoyed me. I was like, oh, reported for bug abuse. I thought that meant that they were bugging me, so I reported them for bug abuse, but I actually know now that it's like glitching and stuff like that. So that was a long time ago, so it probably won't affect me now because it's been years since I've done that, and I do report accurately now. So if you're in a situation like that, don't worry about that. That probably won't affect you now. Another very important one, which I think I've talked about more, but should I try to become a mod? The answer is no, you shouldn't. You should just play the game normally like any other person would. Plus, you would get bored trying to become a mod 24/7. Trust me, I've seen people try for ages to become one, and they must get very bored with it. I can see that happening. Like, I'm sure people do this. They just go out on the game and try to become a player mod, and there is a very slim chance that you will become one. I mean, think about me. I haven't done too much stuff, and I'm still not one. It's been years and years. And not just me, there's people around RuneScape that have been playing. You'll see on the third thread I have, but this guy's been playing since like 2001. He has no strikes at all, nothing bad done, and he's still not a player mod. And there's people that play for just a couple years, and they may have 1 or 2 strikes and they become a player mod. It's completely random. I don't know how Jags do this, their mod stuff, but it seems to be just what they want, and nobody really knows how to do that right now. There used to be player moderator things you can fill out on the forums, but there were too many things being sent in, and Jax just removed that place from the forums because they were getting people that just didn't do anything for the community, and they just totally removed it because they wanted more trustworthy people, and there weren't enough of them that were applying. So that's pretty bad for us, people that are trying to become player mods. Alright, so let's move on to the forum moderator guide. Alright, the forum moderator guide. It's also a player moderator, but you'll see it's pretty much similar to the player moderator guide. The difference is, in player moderator you can see them in the game and they have a crown next to your name, and you cannot see that on the forums. And for the forum moderator, you can see when you're on the forums, this thing would be green, like this is gray background, it'd be a green background for their player mods, and it'd be gold if it's a Jax mod. So, and forum mods, I don't think they have a crown next to your name in game, so that's two different things. If you want to become one on the forums and then one on the player in the game, you have to pick one, I guess. I mean, pick the one you want. So what do player moderators and forum moderators do? Player moderators, they are the community players of RuneScape in a way. They are handpicked by Jax and to help lock down bots, keep a safe environment, and to help control and flamers or trollers. What? That didn't make any sense. Their main role is to keep RuneScape as a safe and enjoyable environment, and maintain the security, giving advice to players and newcomers as they need it. They are usually knowledgeable on many subjects and possibly specialized. Although they are there to help you, they do not have a compulsory order to do so. So yeah, that's pretty much well said. They try to keep RuneScape going normally. They don't like go around banning people. I don't think they can, but they don't do bad stuff as normally people would do. Yeah, that was the player mods. Now the forum mods are a bit different. As I just said, they are the people that control the forums. If there's a thread that needs to be locked or moved or hidden or anything like that, these are the people that do it, and these are players, like actual RuneScape players that do that. It's not all Jags. Jags do this sometimes, but it's mainly the forum moderators. It's a pretty big responsibility because then you get to just look at the forum, see if something's wrong. You can move the thread, lock the thread, hide it, change the title. You can even change the player's thread, like words in here, like if there's something, they're advertising something, you can take out the link. Forum moderators, I can see them having a much more bigger role in RuneScape as normal player moderators do. So yeah, forum moderators are a bit more important than normal player moderators in my opinion. So as I already explained how to become a player moderator, I just explained the whole thing. The forum moderators, this is basically, you have to be active on the forums, have good grammar, no spelling mistakes, try not to swear a lot, keep active and civil on the forums, and report and post that you see breaking the rules. Again, know your rules, know them like by heart, just memorize them and just be familiar with them. If you are up to it, is also a good idea to try to help out in the forums as like tech and account supports. That's where a lot of the Jax moderators like to hang out because they like to help people. And if they see you like helping out there a lot, they'll probably notice you and probably pick you to be the next mod. So that's a good place to hang out and help people if you know a lot about that stuff. Again, forum/player moderator. How should I play the game? It basically says play the game, right? Don't try to be a wannabe mod and just keep playing the game. They're not looking for someone who can act persuasively for the role to be but the right person inside. Some steps you could take to help you would be accurate reports, I already said, quality not quantity, make sure the reports are good, not just a lot of bad reports, use of correct grammar, no swearing helps. I like that. Winky smile. That was dumb. Help anyone in need as you come across them. Be an active member in the role in the community. Alright, so this is the last thread that I found. It's not really a guide, but it's more of like a thinking thing in here, I guess. So this guy called EXE Pain, he says, I have been trying to become a player mod for quite some time now. I have been giving people advice, playing by the rules, reporting people for breaking the rules of RuneScape, and being nice to everyone. Talk to what? Does anyone have any advice to give me that would help? So people just give him links and say blah 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 blah. And here's one that says don't become a player mod. Yeah, we know that. But here's something interesting. I'm an O2 veteran, not mod. I think you should start thinking about becoming another thing like an astronaut or something. So basically what he's saying, it's pretty much impossible to become one, but don't lose your hope. There may be a chance that you could become one. He's been playing since 2002. I'm pretty sure he does not have any strikes or anything. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, or else he wouldn't have posted this. But it's pretty impossible to become one, but not all impossible. I mean, there is still a chance. I've seen, there's a lot of player mods around RuneScape, and they did get picked, so there's a chance for you too. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I know it's been a pretty long guide. It's been like 15 minutes. I don't know. I just edited it and just edited it. So yeah, it took a long time. Now I gotta rewatch it and make sure it's right. And I don't know, for some reason it seems like becoming a player mod or a full mod just takes too much work. I would rather play the game now. Now that I think about it, like after I made the guide and actually read it through, it just seems like it's too much work to do, and it doesn't sound as fun. But I would love to have a crown next to my name, But yeah, it's just really weird because I always wanted to become one. I really do, but it's just too much work. But that's pretty. No, hold on. No, what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the question thing. Oh my god, I keep forgetting this at the end of each video. But the question for this video is, as I just said, it's pretty boring, but are you actually going to follow this guide? Are you going to try to become a player mod? It requires a lot of work, like keeping your account secure, and maybe, well, it's not that much work. I mean, changing your recoveries every couple months. If I didn't say that, but remember that. Change your recoveries every couple months, change your password every couple months. I'm sure you should do that with your bank pin as well. Just keep refreshing it. Every couple months, I'd say like 2 to 3 months, maybe 3 to 4. Keep doing that. But yeah, are you gonna follow this guide? Are you gonna try to become a player mod? Yeah, I may probably, depends if I'm lazy enough or I'm not lazy enough, but if I get a time here and there. I mean, it's just like 2 minutes every 3 months, right? So just keeping your account secure and not doing anything bad. It doesn't sound like too much work, but it is if you're lazy like me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.